Now I will welcome Mr. Joseph Chen. Mr. Chen is the Associate Director of Center for Asian Entrepreneurship and Business Value and is leading the Entrepreneurship, Design and Innovation program at HKU Business School, a program that inspires students across very different levels and disciplines. His students have won different local and global innovation awards. Joseph conducts executive education for business and education leaders and is leading a research on teachers' innovation impact measurement. He received the Best Design Educator Award from Hong Kong Designers Association in 2016. Joseph's expertise is on design thinking, smart cities, and cross-disciplinary innovation strategy. He has been speaker at public events and master classes in San Francisco, London, Beijing, Zhuhai, Macau, and Hong Kong. Joseph's professional background is architect, and he has translated the design skills to user-centric problem-solving approach for a wide range of industries, with projects in Europe, Middle East, and China. Joseph has also been involved in various art and cultural activities. He is an executive committee member of Friends of Dun Hong Kong and has also been appointed as honorary artist in residence by the Education University of Hong Kong. Let's welcome Joseph.
Hello, everyone. And first of all, I think I need to say my thank you to Dr. Lau's very nice and kind introductions. And also, I would also like to thank the center because it gives me the opportunity to share my thoughts and also a little bit of my stories to all of you. So thank you very much. So to kickstart my sharings, I would like to share a few of my slides. Okay, so this is my first page. So obviously my name is Joseph Chen, and my Chinese name is Chen Binghong. And as you can see that, or like the other honorable speakers, that we are all alumni from Hong Kong U. For me, I graduated from the bachelor program, the BAAS, in the year 1996, and also the Master of Architecture, this degree in the year 2000. And actually, if you are looking at the years, you'll find that I've got a 2 years gap between my bachelor degree and also my master degree. Of course, one reason is that we need to do the internship before we take the master degree. But actually, I'm also very lucky that after the internship, I'm also taking a year in between, and I went to France to experience the life over there. And if I look at you can say my timeline or my lifeline up to today, actually I'm quite a lucky one because I got the opportunity to work, to learn, and at different places. And of course, I also need to use this opportunity to thank the Hong Kong U to build up my knowledge and also the development of myself. Because actually this seminars, the topic is about productive life. And I also share the feelings from Abigail, is that actually it is hard to say what is productive life, because the reason is that each person, you have got your own definitions. And you can say that actually for each person's life, you have got a lot of different challenges. And throughout the different challenges, you are going to build it up. And for me, actually, you would say I'm like most of the students from Hong Kong, is that I'm also finishing my kindergarten, primary school, and secondary school in Hong Kong. Indeed, I went to Mansion College in Kowloon City, and then I came to Hong Kong U, and I joined also I joined St. John's College. I don't know how many of the audience you are from St. John's and you are St. Johnians. If so, I would say hi to you. And then after graduation, I got a chance to work in UK, in Middle East, and also in India, and also in China. Obviously, after my graduation from the architecture degree, I start with my professional works on architectures. And that is where I spent most of my life, or actually most of my that 10 years time doing. But actually, I found that when you keep on working on something, you will be thinking about what more you can do and where you want to do it. And how are you going to translate your skills to something else? And then I got a chance to come back to Hong Kong, and I joined Hong Kong U, and I spent my time more to look at how I can contribute more on education. And obviously, it is about the education within the Hong U program, but also I collaborate with a lot of different, I would say the really the people really enthusiastic on try to improve Hong Kong's education. And that is why I get a chance system, and also about after, because you can see that I make some changes, and I'm also looking and as what Dr. Lau has introduced, and because now I'm focusing on using the design thinking to help the students and also different industries to improve and also to be innovate. And I think productive life, it is also about how to innovate and how to design your life as well, whether it is about how you live or it is about what are the works that you are doing. So that is why today I want to key out the two key things. One is that empathy. When we talk about design thinking, we always talk about empathy. So in order to do that, I will have actually these three key messages I want to share. The first one is about, for empathy, it is about lifelong learning about yourself. And it is also about lifelong learning about the others. You need to keep your eyes open. And if we are just not looking around and then not try to understand yourself, it will be hard to be productive. And that is why through the projects that I've done before, like the school designs in UK, or DNA medical centers in Shenzhen, or mixed use development in Middle East, and those are the three photos I've shared here. It is also about understand the users, understand the communities, and think about how you can actually tackle different challenges, how you can actually tackle different problem. How are you going to define the problem? How are you going to use your creativities? How are you going to use your idea to help to solve those problems? The key thing is about learning about yourself and also learning about the others. And of course, now we all know that, especially that it is after the previous 2 years, we are going through the COVID-19, and everyone's need to stay at home quite a bit. Everyone's need to put their mask on. And we know that things will never be the same again. And that is why we know that the world is changing, and it is changing fast. So in order to be able to solve the different problem, I think that would help to make life about yourself and to make the life of the others more productive. And in order to do that, I always suggest it is about learning from the past, and also we innovate for the future. But again, it is not about just doing it by yourself. It is also about doing it with the others as a team, and also it is about cross-disciplinary. And it is like when you look at the photos on the right, it is the team that I've been working on the blockchain technologies. Of course, some people always ask, what is it to do with architecture? And indeed, it is through architecture, we learn about how to understand the users. So it is only about what kind of media and what kind of tools that we can actually use to address the issues. And of course, nowadays, when we talk about the AI, when we talk about blockchains, those are the technologies that can help. With the right team, and everyone would be able to come together some insights that you can actually solve the real life problems. And when we talk about learning from the past, it is about culture. And I think when we are talking about the daily life, we cannot not understanding, not think about the culture, whether it is about the culture from Hong Kong, the culture in China, or the culture from the world. And the final bit about empathy is that we, of course, we need to live for ourselves. We need to make sure that we are pleased on what we are doing so that we will be energetic. But also we need to live for the others. What will be our role in the family or in the society? And now when we talk about the SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, actually there are a lot of things that we can try to contribute. And I know that the young generation nowadays, they always like to generate impact. But I would say it is that everyone can get a chance. You just need to find the right spot to contribute. Whether it is we are talking about the youth, the kids, or even if you are having as much silver hair as I have, and then you can still contribute. So you just need to find the right role. And final bit to wrap up is that to make our life productive, we need to try, give it a try. And because a lot of things that if you don't try it, you never know. And it is about exploring. It is about experiment. And this is also what I've always been encouraging my students. It is not like in the class, it is still sitting there quietly listening to what the teachers or the lecturers are telling you. It is about getting everyone to think about new ideas to try it on. If you fail, it doesn't matter. You build it up again, and then you try it again, you refine the direction again, then you can always try to get the project or your ideas being developed, further developed, and then in the end, it will always be a good project. It will always be a good directions. And it is not just about in the school. It is also about life. Once we can keep on trying, keep on understand ourselves, keep on understand the others, and then we will find somewhere that we can really, really contribute. So thank you again for the 10 minutes time for letting me to share. Indeed, you can see that I'm wrapping up my sharing with this photo because for my learning, I'm also trying to learn to love, because I think a productive life, it is also needs to have love inside. And I'm learning how to love with my little dog, Loki. And so thank you very much. And I hand it back to Dr. Lam.
Thank you, Joseph. I really appreciate your sharing on the learning part and also on the try part. I do believe that age should not be any of the factors that affecting our continuous learning and continuous effortless trial.